Okay, I genuinely think we just witnessed one of the biggest moments in K-pop history again. Because the American Music Awards basically turned into a K-pop concert this year. Like, I'm sorry, but what was that? BTS winning Artist of the Year again, KATSEYE suddenly becoming one of the biggest breakout acts in America, fictional K-pop groups winning major awards, and fans completely taking over the internet for an entire night. Yeah, this year's VMAs were honestly chaos in the most K-pop way possible. And of course, people had a lot to say. So let's start with the biggest story first, because honestly, this is the moment everybody's talking about. BTS just won Artist of the Year at the AMAs again. Against Taylor Swift, against Bruno Mars, against Lady Gaga, against Bad Bunny, against Harry Styles, which is honestly insane when you really stop and think about it. Because this wasn't a Best K-pop Artist category, this was the category, the main one, the top award of the entire ceremony. And BTS won it. Again. Now, if you've been following K-pop for years, this moment feels weirdly emotional because people forget how impossible this used to sound. Like, remember when Western award shows barely acknowledged K-pop outside of one social artist category? Now suddenly, BTS is out here collecting major general category awards again after military service and still competing directly against the biggest artist in the entire world. Which honestly says a lot. And this is where things get really interesting, because this comeback era wasn't even that long ago. BTS only returned as a full group a few months back after military enlistment officially ended in 2025. There were already huge expectations surrounding the album Arirang. Fans were nervous, aunties were waiting, the industry was watching closely. And now, suddenly the group is back winning Artist of the Year at one of America's biggest award shows like they never even left. I'm sorry, but that's kinda terrifying. And naturally, the internet exploded. Armies immediately flooded social media, saying things like, BTS really came back and reminded everyone who they are, while other fans were joking that military service somehow only made the fandom stronger, which honestly may be true at this point because the numbers are kinda ridiculous. Now, of course, not everyone online reacted positively because every time BTS wins something major, discourse appears within like 5 seconds. Some people argued that fan-voted awards favor artists with massive fandoms rather than reflecting broader public popularity. Others pushed back, saying, okay, but streaming, touring, album sales, and engagement are part of the music industry now, whether people like it or not. And honestly, this debate happens literally every single year. But the thing people could not ignore this time is how many categories K-pop dominated overall. It wasn't just BTS. K-pop acts and K-pop related projects literally swept every category they were nominated in, which is honestly wild. And this sparked a huge debate online because people started asking a serious question. Are we officially past the point where K-pop is considered niche in America? Because looking at these results, it really doesn't feel niche anymore. Now, let's talk about the biggest surprise of the night, because I don't think anyone expected KATSEYE to blow up this quickly. Like, yes, people knew the group was growing internationally, but suddenly they're winning New Artist of the Year, Breakthrough Pop Artist, and Best Music Video? Yeah, that caught a lot of people off guard. And honestly, their rise needs to be studied because this happened fast. For anyone who somehow missed it, KATSEYE came from Hybe and Geffin's global survival project. At first, some K-pop fans were skeptical. People kept debating whether they were even K-pop enough. Others thought the global concept would never fully work. And now, here they are performing at the AMAs while charting internationally less than 2 years into their career, which is honestly crazy. And their song Gnarly becoming such a huge moment online definitely helped. Whether people loved it or hated it, everybody was talking about it. TikTok was flooded with edits, reaction channels were losing their minds, and even non-K-pop listeners started recognizing the group. Now, this sparked another huge debate online because people started comparing KATSEYE's global strategy to traditional K-pop groups. Some fans argued that Hybe basically cracked the code for making K-pop style groups work internationally without depending entirely on the Korean market first. Others completely disagreed. Some comments were like, KATSEYE feels more like a global pop group, while others said, that literally is the future of K-pop. And honestly, this conversation is getting bigger every year because companies clearly aren't thinking locally anymore. They're thinking globally from day one. And if KATSEYE keeps growing like this, other companies are absolutely going to copy this strategy. But it doesn't end there, because one of the weirdest and funniest parts of this entire award season was watching a fictional K-pop group become one of the biggest winners of the night. Yes, we need to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters, because honestly, what timeline are we living in right now? The Netflix animated movie somehow became an actual force in music spaces this year. The fictional group Huntrix won Song of the Year with Golden, plus Best Pop Song and Best Vocal Performance, while the movie itself took home Best Soundtrack. I'm sorry, but a fictional group beating real artists at a major American award show is actually insane. And of course, the internet had jokes immediately. People were tweeting things like, Huntrix outsold your faves, and honestly, some fandoms were not happy about this at all. But at the same time, a lot of people defended the wins because the soundtrack genuinely went viral all over online. Golden was everywhere online for months. Fan edits, dance covers, TikToks, reaction videos. The song completely escaped the movie itself and became its own phenomenon, which honestly says a lot about how blurred entertainment is becoming now. Like at this point, K-pop isn't just music anymore. It's animation, storytelling, streaming culture, fandom culture, gaming, fashion, social media, all mixed together. And that's part of why this AMA night felt so important. Because it wasn't just Korean artists succeeding, it was K-pop culture itself dominating conversations globally. Now, meanwhile, TWICE also quietly picked up Best Female K-pop Artist during their world tour era, which honestly feels deserved considering how stable their international fandom has remained for years now. And fans were especially emotional seeing TWICE continue winning major US awards this deep into their career, because a lot of people still underestimate how consistent they've been globally. And then there was Jennie getting nominated alongside BTS in Song of the Summer thanks to her collaboration with Tame Impala, which once again showed how K-pop idols are increasingly entering mainstream Western music conversations individually too. And honestly, that might be one of the biggest industry shifts happening right now. Because years ago, Western visibility mostly depended on groups. Now, individual idols are building global recognition independently through fashion, collaborations, acting, solo music, and viral social media presence. Which is honestly, but here's where things get messy. Not everybody is celebrating this K-pop dominance. Some people online are starting to feel like award shows are becoming too fandom-driven. There were debates everywhere about whether massive organized fan bases now overpowered general listeners in voting systems. Others argued that if fans are the ones streaming, buying albums, attending tours, and engaging constantly, then why shouldn't those artists win? And honestly, both sides have points, because the AMAs specifically rely heavily on fan engagement metrics. Streaming, sales, tour numbers, fan voting, social activity, which means fandom organization matters a lot. And nobody organizes like K-pop fandoms. Nobody. Which is honestly part of why American companies keep paying closer attention to K-pop every single year. The engagement level is unmatched. Fans don't just casually listen, they mobilize like entire online armies. And that's exactly why these wins matter beyond trophies, because companies see the money, the attention, the streaming power, the touring power, the online visibility, and it changes how global music industries operate. Now, another thing fans started discussing is the Grammy conversation, because every time BTS wins something major in America, the Grammy discourse immediately returns, especially now after another Artist of the Year win. People were already saying things like, if they still don't win a Grammy after this. And honestly, the pressure surrounding next award season is already starting. Some fans believe BTS has never been stronger globally. Others feel the Recording Academy still doesn't fully respect K-pop acts equally despite their success. And honestly, that debate probably isn't ending anytime soon. But regardless of what happens at the Grammys later, this AMA night still felt symbolic in a huge way because K-pop wasn't sitting in the corner anymore this year. It was the conversation. From BTS to KATSEYE to Twice to Jennie to fictional groups somehow taking over real categories, the genre felt completely embedded into mainstream global pop culture in a way that honestly would have sounded impossible a decade ago. And that's why this night feels important beyond just awards, because it showed how massive K-pop fandom culture has become globally. And honestly, it also showed that this expansion probably isn't slowing down anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Do you think K-pop officially dominates global pop culture now? Or do you feel award shows rely too heavily on fan voting these days? And do you think BTS could finally win a Grammy after all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.